morning students. Today we discuss about 11th accountancy morning video. In this video we discuss about the first chapter. In this first chapter we already discuss about meaning, definition, importance, objectives, users of accounting and also branches of accounting and various peculiar terms used in accounting system we discussed in the previous classes. So in this video we discuss about the basis of accounting. Base of accounting. So in this base of accounting there are three bases of accounting are to be followed in the accounting system of bookkeeping: cash basis, accrual or mercantile basis, mixed or hybrid basis. So cash basis means under cash basis of accounting, actual cash receipts and actual cash payments are recorded. So in this basis, revenue is recognized when cash is received and expenses are recognized when cash is paid. So only cash transactions are to be recorded in the cash basis. Credit transactions are not recorded till cash is actually received or paid. So under this basis, any income received, any expenditure paid, any asset purchased for cash, any liability paid during the accounting period, whether related to be paid past, present or future. So in this cash basis only cash transaction should be recorded, that whether it may be a receipt or payment, but only actual receipts and actual payments are to be recorded in the cash basis. No credit transaction should be recorded in the cash basis. Accrued or mercantile basis. Accrued or mercantile basis. So in this accrued or mercantile basis of accounting, the revenue whether received or not but has been earned or accrued during the accounting period, and the expenses incurred whether paid or not are recorded. So under this system, that is accrued or mercantile basis system, whether the receipt are to be received or not, but it should be accrued or earned during the accounting period, and whether the expenses are to be paid or not, so that should be recorded in the accrued or mercantile basis. Accrual or mercantile basis. So any income earned whether received or not, any expenditure incurred whether paid or not, any asset purchased whether cash purchase or credit purchase, any liability incurred whether paid or not during the accounting period. These are the transactions to be recorded in the accrual basis. So in the accrual basis, both cash transaction and credit transaction are to be recorded. So under section 128 subsection 1 of the Indian Companies Act in 2013, all the companies are required to maintain the books of accounts according to the accrual base of accounting. So all the companies, as per the Companies Act 2013, all the companies should maintain the accounting records under this system only, because of in this system both cash transaction and credit transaction are recorded. But in the case of cash basis, only cash transaction are to be recorded. Next, hybrid or mixed basis. This basis is a combination of cash basis and accrual basis of accounting. So under mixed basis of accounting, both cash basis and accrual basis are followed. Revenues and assets are generally recorded on cash basis, whether expenses liabilities are generally taken on accrual basis. The next topic is role of accountant in the business organization. So what are the different role of accountant in the business offices? An accountant design the accounting procedure for an enterprise. He play several roles. Number one is record keeper. The accountant maintains a systematic record of financial transaction. He also prepare the financial statement and other financial reports. So it is the duty of the accountant. It is the role of the accountant. He should maintain the books of accounts systematically. And also he should prepare the financial statement and other financial report to the business organization. Next, provider of information to the management. The accountant assists the management by providing financial information required for decision making and for exercising control. The accountant, it is the role of the accountant to give information to the management in order to control the business organization, and also in order to take any decision or take any policies in order to develop the business. So all the account information will be given by the accountant. Protector of business assets. The accountant maintains records of assets owned by the business which enable the management to protect and exercise control over these assets. So the accountant will maintain all the records. He should also maintain the asset records, and also management to protect and exercise control over the assets. He advised the management about insurance of various assets. So how to take insurance of various assets? The accountant will give proper guidelines to the business people, and also maintenance of the same. Next one is financial advisor. Accountant analyzes financial information and advise the business manager regarding investment opportunities, strategies of cost savings, capital budgeting, provision for future growth and development, expansion of enterprise, etc. So this accountant will also furnish the valuable information to the business people in order to maintain the business, in order to give some guidelines for saving the cost of the production, and also making the budget and growth of the business. You should give a proper guidelines and expansion of the business also. So more or less the accountant will furnish valuable information to the management in order to develop the business. So he is the financial advisor to the business organization. Tax manager. The accountant ensure that tax returns are prepared and filed correctly on time and payment of tax is made on time. So it is the duty of the accountant to calculate the tax payable by the business to the tax authorities. So he should maintain the tax report, that is he should file correctly on time, that is tax return, and also payment of tax made on time. So the accountant can advise the manager regarding tax management, reducing tax burden, availing tax exemptions, etc. So this is the duty of the accountant, give advice to the manager how to take the tax management and how to reduce the tax burden, and also how to take exemption of tax from the tax authorities. Then public relation officer. The accountant provides accounting information to various interested users for analysis as per their requirements. So this accountant will furnish all the valuable information to the various users, whether it may be internal user or external users, that is to the business people, proprietor, and also the shareholders, and sometimes to the customer, supplier, banker, any users of accounting information. He can provide all the relevant information to the user for taking any decisions, whether they will ready to invest the money in the business or not. And also they should know, that is outsiders, they should know whether they may be banker or finance institutions, in what way they can provide the loan to the business, and they can take decision whether the company is ready to pay back the loan borrowed by them or not. So for all the purposes, public relation officer is an accountant of a business concern. He should provide a valuable information to all the users. So with that we concluded this video, and also we concluded this chapter. The first chapter is completed. So students, you can watch this video, and also what are the topic taught in the previous video. You can learn all the topics, and you can write it in your accounts unruled assignment notebook. Write all the topics, because of all the topics are related to the various question and answers, whether 2 mark or 3 mark or 5 mark will be asked in the public examination point of view. So you can read all the topics and write it in your assignment notebook. Keep the notebook safely and bring it on school reopening day without fail. Thank you.